He's jumping with his fascial sling instead of segmented quad muscles. Michael Kennelly, he is a extremely fascial driven athlete. And you might wonder, where is this power coming from? Where is this strength coming? He's not bending his knees. Well, the reason he's not bending his knees, he's not using his quad muscles. He's actually using the fascial sling of his core to glutes connection. You see how his arm is moving rapidly, going from the back, forward, back, forward. And this is a very different type of biomechanics than, for example, to squat down. If you ask him, where do you feel the most? And he will tell you, core and his glutes. And if you tell him, don't swing your arm and still do the same jump, he will have problem doing this. Without the foot to glutes connection, average people will find it very difficult to do this because every time they go down, their ankles will collapse and they will just leak energy. Hyperarch fascia training is making professional athletes.
All right, so this idea that you can train fascia or isolate fascia, this is not based in any scientific evidence or anything. This is just all buzzwords and marketing words so you guys can buy their training programs and basically just waste your money. The things he's saying actually kind of do make a little bit of sense in terms of you want to have a stiffer landing, you want to have these shallower angles when you're jumping. But this has nothing to do with fascia at all. This is just like totally just misleading. The reasoning why you don't want to bend your knees too much when you're jumping and landing is because you're going to allow yourself to store more energy in the tendons. As well, this organ called your Golgi tendon organ, it's not going to inhibit your muscle contraction as much when it's not in as much of a stretch position. As well, from a biomechanical view, when you don't have as much knee bend, your body just goes up in a straight line and you're not wasting as much energy. And he made a point there about kind of how you don't want the quads doing as much work and stuff like that. I have no idea what he's talking about there. If the quads aren't working in conjunction with the glutes and hamstrings, you're not going to be able to get off the ground. So makes absolutely no sense. So what's the key takeaway here? Anytime that you hear anything about fascia training or isolating fascia, these are just marketing gimmicks to try and get you to pay money for a program basically most of the time, or coaching. So what's actually going to make you more explosive? Having a base of strength, maybe doing some explosive speed work, having better Golgi tendon organ disinhibition and better tendon recoiling, which you can do from plyometrics, and good jumping and sprinting mechanics. That's it. No need to overcomplicate it with fascial slings and all this stupid stuff.